so well with Rob Appell, Free Motion Friday, and we have a very special guest. If I can just make my technology work. Da, 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 da. Here she is, everybody. Can you believe it? We are in the home studio of the wonderful Alex Anderson.
And can you believe it all worked out?
Right. I think I got to turn the camera around here. You are my star today. I'm just going to be cameraman.
Okay, but here's the thing. I want you to sit in that chair over there so you don't break your back.
This chair right here? I'm afraid I'm going to break that. I got here 4 minutes ago, and I won't say how long I used the potty for, but I think it was a record. And then I asked Alex, I said, hey, it's Free Motion Friday. Can you show everybody free motion stuff? And she's just like, yeah, I can do this, no problem. And she's like, jumping on it. So this is
my step out.
Right. She's cutting, scrambling.
My 2-minute step out.
Captain John ran in to get the Wi-Fi password, but this is rad. Okay, so what are we going to work on today, my friend?
Okay, so I am or was an avid hand quilter, pretty darn good at it too. I think it's probably the one thing I can say I nailed in quilting. And I've gotten into machine quilting. Got my wonderful Q20 from Bernina. Ooh la la. Right. And I was always afraid of machines like this because to get it right, whenever we'd be on set at the quilt show and we were setting up the long arm, it was like it was always something. So I was afraid of this sort of beast. And they kept saying, it's easy. It's really, really easy. And I'm thinking, pants on fire. Psh, I can see it coming out, you know? Right. No, it's really easy to lace this thing up. The one thing I'm going to say on any machine, okay, I'm a left-hander. Come around here, Rob. Okay, so I threaded this whole thing up, and isn't that just great that this is on the right-hand side?
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, impossible for a left-hander.
Yeah.
So I use this little needle threader thing.
Oh, right.
And I just poke it in there, you know, grab the thread and bring it through. So if you're ever in a situation where it just doesn't work because you might be a left-hander or whatever.
Now you're using the threader in your right hand, though. Is it just give you, or you still use the threader in your left hand?
There we go. Yeah. Because I would sit here and just lick that stupid thread and
hey, I got to interrupt.
There we go.
My mom says hello.
Oh.
Yeah. Judy Appell is tuning in as well. Don't you love it? She promised she'd be following along today. Oh, this is great.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Hey, he's behaving.
So to speak.
I know. So okay, free motion. I still am working on that, and I don't feel particularly willing to share my skills with you.
Right.
But I have fallen in love with straight line quilting.
Okay.
Love it. And let's say you're working on a domestic machine and you have a walking foot on it for your straight line. That's all great and well. But what I use is, in addition to my walking foot, I use a straight line ruler.
Right.
That is meant for machine quilting. I use it with my walking foot kind of as a bumper guard, like bumper bowling. And so you can really get nice straight lines.
Alex, I've got a bunch of newbie quilters, folks that are just learning, especially about machine work. And I'm terrible with ruler work. They already know this about me. So can you tell me a little bit more which makes that special? You rub the edge and did those things at us that know the difference about that ruler, which makes it special for ruler work with a machine. But what is it?
Well, what it is, and let me grab something, okay?
Well, we'll just look around your studio for a few moments. You don't mind us looky-looey? I'm going to look in this cabinet since she's not.
Oh, no, you can't. Actually, you can. Maybe.
We're not close.
Sort of. So when you're rotary cutting, you want to use a ruler, right, that your blade will go against. Gosh, when rotary cutting started, I don't even think you were born yet, Rob.
Yes, I was.
Was you? Were you?
Yeah, but I wasn't allowed to handle sharp objects.
Well, no. And then we would use those drafting rulers that were like a 1/16 of an inch wide. And it's a wonder we have our fingers, really, because your blade goes up. Well, when you're doing ruler work, look at the difference. Can you see the difference in the width?
Right.
Okay,
perfect.
So the ruler is much thicker, and then no matter what machine you're on, and I'm sorry, I don't know the difference between low shank, high shank, and all that, but you get yourself a foot that is tall enough that the foot won't jump over.
Right. Oh, see, this is one of the things. Sorry.
That's okay.
It does this weird thing where it just goes crazy, folks. I'm using a gimbal that doesn't like me. Reason. So now we're going handheld.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all right. No, it just does that. It does it. It's me, not
Do you
you.
want to grab that chair there?
I'm good.
Or you might. you might want to come over here.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
Okay. So I do work on my domestic ruler work. You can do that. All
Right, right.
But the gods sang, and I ended up with this Q20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And what I love about it is that it's got a double stitch regulator that will light up when I'm doing my thing, and I get perfect stitches. It's within 2 minutes you have perfect stitches, and I just realized something else I want to put on here. The truth of it is,
Right.
I have not been on this machine for quite a while.
Right.
Okay, so when you said, "Can I do it?" It's like, yeah, but man, I sure hope this machine.
Literally, folks, and I'm not just making up lies here for the B-roll, but I walked in 5 minutes ago and said, Alex, we usually go live at 2:00, and I'm sorry I'm late, but would you mind talking about free motion? And this is amazing. Yeah. So, and you've taken a little break from quilting for a little while, and the other reason I'm here is a little bit of a health check. So, how are you feeling, Alex? We all know a little bit about what's been going on and following along, been praying for you. How are you?
So I am great. For those of you that don't know, I had a double mastectomy at the end of January. I had to fight for it. And ladies and gentlemen, but more ladies, I've been very public about it because people haven't been getting their mammograms. I found mine by mistake. I had a wrinkle on my boob, and I'm like going, okay, God is not fair. I've got wrinkles on my butt, wrinkles on my upper thigh, and now it's on my boobs.
Boob too,
It's
like
be the one sacred place.
Right,
for me,
right,
you
right,
know?
right.
And then I felt it, and I go, uh-oh. So I chose, without going into all the gory details, to get a double mastectomy. And as a result, the markers have come in, and the results have come in. I don't have to do chemo.
Wonderful.
I don't have to do radiation.
Oh, praise the Lord.
So, yeah, no kidding. So I feel very lucky. I'm happy as a clam right now, and now I'm getting my eyes fixed because I was supposed to get those done in January.
Right.
So forgive me.
Right. Are your arms? Are your arms a bit sore and that kind of stuff? Okay, so good. All right. So
Yeah, no, it's all-
just
it's all super
been too involved with other things to sit down at the Q20 for
Well, the thing that happens is they drug you up, you know, and the day goes by really fast.
no Vicodin in quilting.
There were two things I feared the most. One was losing my creativity.
Right.
Because when I get under stress, that's what happens. I just don't care. And the other was losing my hair. And that was a real vain thing for me to work through.
Right.
And I didn't have to. I mean, I'm so grateful, but those were the two things. It didn't even occur to me I have cancer. I'm just...
Right.
I don't want to lose my hair.
Sure.
So here we are. I literally have not sat down at this machine. I did sit down at my domestic last week, and it felt really, really good.
Right.
And I can feel the creativity coming back.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Any
All right.
questions?
Oh, just lots of love, lots of comments, lots of really positive feedback.
Get checked, people.
Get checked. Get checked.
Okay.
Okay.
So, straight line quilting. I used to do it by just my walking foot. All right.
Okay.
But now I have this glorious machine of which I was scared to death of it. I'm not anymore. I've made a fake border, whatever here. All right. So what I do is this is a Quilter Select self erase marker. It's purple. It'll last for maybe 2 days.
So
Maybe-
it's air erase?
Yes, and maybe in your area it would last less.
Because of moisture will also? Okay.
Exactly. But in the end, it will come out with water or whatever.
Okay.
But the first time I did this is I just went from one side to the other, and the thing got really jacked up. Okay? So I learned from Jackie Gearing, you want to divide and conquer.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say make that mark. I'm going to come down, let's say here. I love this little ruler. We have a longer one, but I kind of like this.
I've noticed all the tools so far in your hands have been Quilter Select. Is
Isn't
that some
that
sort?
interesting?
Is that an interesting coincidence?
We at Quilter Select strive to bring the best sewing products to you possible today.
That's
And
right.
what's so unique about these rulers is they don't slip because it's
Right.
got this magic potion on the back.
I love the magic potion.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Okay, so this is what I would do. And say a little prayer for
And
me.
yes, folks, she is marking with her cutting ruler versus her sewing ruler.
But it wouldn't matter.
Right.
Because the lines are all on here.
Right, and I was talking, and I wasn't reading fast enough, but I believe we have a survivor also sending some love out there and telling everybody to make sure they're getting checked. I
Well,
think
can
that's
I
all I
say one
caught.
other thing about that?
Say whatever you want. This is your show.
Okay. Oh, with permission, my girlfriend Sujata Shah, maybe some
Oh,
of you are
Sujata?
familiar
I love
with her.
Sujata, yeah.
She had breast cancer, and she had a mammogram, and 3 months later discovered the lump. So I always thought I was home clear, you know. And if I hadn't seen my cellulite boob, I check on top of that.
Check on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I just went down by using my presser foot, and I'll come up, pull my threads out, and this is outside the line of what I'm going to trim.
Okay.
Okay, cool, right? The other thing, is my laser light on?
I heard something just click on.
Or is it?
I s-
No, here. Maybe that's it. I love my laser light. Now let's see if it works. Okay, here's the problem. You may need to come over on this
Okay,
side.
coming around.
Yeah. So this just butts right up to here.
Yeah, good idea.
Is that better?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Looks like my laser light's not working. And I have mine set on BSR1, but you can choose whichever one you want. Now, what I would do, because I'm lazy, is I would just come across over here. And that is so weird. Where are you, laser light? My girlfriend.
It's hanging out with my gimbal right now. They're both on vacation, right? right. They're on vacation. Okay, so you were saying you quilted out along that line because this was out of your border. So that's on the batting. That's something that we're going to trim off later on.
Correct. So see, like that's
Right,
where I'm gonna cut.
right.
All right.
So
I'm
you're
obsessed over this.
okay. The laser not being on?
Yeah.
Of course. So you're moving the fabric, and the ruler is secured against the fabric to help you push in a perfectly straight line.
I wonder if my other thing is in here. I want to show you.
There was a cat there a moment ago.
I
That was
know.
pretty fun. I thought we were going to do free motion. Yeah, the cat was in the bed a second ago till
Yeah.
oh, you've got the gloves.
Yeah, no, the ruler will actually almost work as a glove because it's so sticky, but these are great gloves because your fingers are free. But any glove would work. I mean, just the more traction you can get on, you know, the quilt, the better off you are. And of
Right.
course, you know, I'm kind of cheating because this thing is so, you know, little.
Well, sometimes those littler samples are actually harder to hang on to.
Well, I'll say that, sure, right.
But once you get up
That's
to
what's happening.
yeah. But once you get up to a queen size or king size, you know, then it becomes heavy, and that's a different kind of hard to handle.
Okay, so okay, let me do one more. Well, no, let me mark. Yeah, what the heck. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go back. Let's see, what's half of that? I'm gonna do one, and you don't have to mark. I mean, you can use the mark on your ruler, and actually that's what it's designed for. But when I'm doing the larger spans, I would prefer to just mark it because I'm not Angela Walters. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just, oh my gosh, I love straight line quilting. Now, I will tell you something else. A lot of my quilts, I will do straight line quilting on the diagonal.
Okay.
That's a bear. Don't start with that. Because it stretches, even if your outside edge isn't biased,
Right.
it stretches it.
Oh, sure.
You know, it
sure.
just does. And it kind of ends up like a glazed potatoes chip. Did I mark that one? Yeah.
It was funny. I love all the food references. You know, I was walking through a quilt show one day with Mr. Timms himself,
Yeah.
and he was talking about all the bacon quilts. And I'm like, bacon quilts?
That's what he calls them.
Yes, it is.
And he goes, why can't they just get it flat? And I'm
Right.
sitting there going,
Sizzle, 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 right? The bacon quilts, which were the ones that had like that waffly edge. But I hadn't heard of the potato chip reference until today.
yeah, Lay's potato chips.
Lay's potato chips. You know, yeah.
And actually, I'm going to say this. I did have a quilt I just love. That I did it on the angles, and that happened.
Right.
And he kept saying, just block it, just block it, just block it. It wouldn't even block out.
Oh, really?
It wouldn't even block out.
Oh, but you know what? It'd probably be great for? It's one of those quilted jackets that everybody's loving so much right now.
You know what I ended up doing? I ended up taking off the binding. I ended up actually gathering the edge of it.
Okay.
Not so that it went, brrr, but gather to ease it in and baste it, and it was fine.
Huh.
You would never know it.
Never
now.
knowing, huh?
So.
The tricks we learn.
Yep. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, because I've marked these, I know this is an inch. Okay, now I'm gonna get a little scary for my own britches here.
Are you coming in close?
Yeah, okay, so this is a 1/4 inch to here, from here to here, right?
Okay.
And so then I'm gonna take a 1/4 inch from the edge to the other stitching. That's how you use your ruler, so that you don't have to mark it. Does that make sense what I just said?
So you kind of dropped like the 1/4 inch line on top of where you had just stitched. Then you were able to just follow that. It's just like you moving it over to your 2.5 inch mark for cutting
Yeah.
your binding strips, and
Yeah.
then you cut along that. So you can make whatever dimension widths, but this way they stay consistent.
And I'll tell you what I love. I love the pencils. The pencil. Okay, now at this point.
What is pencil? I'm sorry, these are new terms for me. I was okay with the food references, but now you're on pencils.
Like, and I think I'm not using the right word. People forgive me. Somebody can maybe correct me there. Just skinny, itty bitty, like sliver.
Oh, of the quilting lines
What is it
themselves.
called?
Pencils. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that there.
But I know what you mean. Like the closer they get, the neater they look, I think.
This is getting me excited.
Cynthia says she wants to get one of these rulers because it's giving her great info. Great. And this is great, Alex. People have been asking me to cover some basic ruler information, and I don't use it, and I try not to talk about stuff I don't know about.
No, and that's the thing is, I mean, at Quilter Select, we've got some curves and this and that, but
Right.
this is what
This is what you're into.
This is what I have down.
Matchsticks.
Matchsticks.
Liz for the win with matchsticks.
Okay, and see, I could even go in there. Can you
look at
see that?
that.
I could even get in there even more.
Right?
And the fact that they're not perfect, I mean, this one's a little bit to there. This one's a little bit bigger. I don't care.
I think that adds a little bit of character.
It does. It does.
It really does. I'll show you I've got a quilt with a lot of character in it. I'll bring in a little while.
Okay.
Right.
So anyways, that's what I do. And then, the other thing I want to say is that on this foot will also, this is Bernina, this foot will also fit on your domestic, but they've come out with a new one of which I'm going to get it. Where there's actually, it's cut here, so you don't have to folderol with your thread.
Okay.
You know, this is a closed
Right,
thing,
right,
which
right.
is kind of a brat. And
Oh,
then
so it's like it's actual open
it's
toe foot.
actually hairline open, enough to get your
Just get
thread
through there.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
So what I'm gonna do, wait, you know what? Come back, baby. I'm gonna end this thread, all right?
Oh, yeah.
So I pulled away. I'm gonna go this. I pulled up the bobbin. Love that my fingers are free. And there you go. And then
Snipperoonie.
the back is clean as a whistle wherever I ended.
Right?
I need to try this, Rob.
Okay, you want to hold the camera? Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
Well, I thought that's what you meant.
No, I don't know what
Well, I thought you were trying to sell me a machine. That was the classic line. Here, sit down, give this a try. I'd love to try it. No, I would. Okay,
So
and I trust
lefty
you.
or righty?
Machine wise?
Try in here.
Is this how you do it, like this?
Yeah, cover the screen. You notice I touched something and there's a filter. Don't worry about the filter there. Okay, so now you want me to come down here.
And don't even worry about it. Just try playing with it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of drop in my line here. When I first have tried this a couple of times, we got to start our threads proper though, don't we? Mm-hmm. The first time I did this, I moved the ruler and not the fabric.
Well, that's because you didn't have a non-stick ruler.
Okay. Needle up? Is that what I want to
No.
touch? No.
Let me get you started.
Okay. Well, can you talk me through it?
No.
Okay.
Because I know what I do automatically.
Gotcha. Okay, I pushed your needle up button, I think. But I'm not touching any buttons while your fingers are in there. Okay.
Trust me, it's
Yeah.
remarkably simple.
Right.
But I can't teach you how. Okay, there you go, buddy.
Okay, thanks. Okay, you got that? There you go. Got your hand perfect over the lens again. Excellent.
Perfect, just the way you want it.
Yep, that way I
Now,
got
it seems dark, or is that just my eyes?
It's just, yeah. No, it's all right.
Okay.
But it's not great because I don't have all the extra fancy lights. Okay, so I'm just gonna.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Turn that ruler around. It's
Oh, because I
upside
don't have the
down.
magic grip on it.
Yep.
Okay. So that's gonna grip even better. Oh, and I can see so much better too. So I've got my little thing and I'm just gonna run. And if I wanted to stay on this lower line, I could stop. And then
Move your ruler.
move my ruler. And I'm lining it up this way. And I tried to make myself a ruler that wasn't the right size. Why isn't it going?
Oh, step the gas and just
I
start
just
moving.
stay on it, that's what it
Yeah.
is. And I made myself a ruler that wasn't the right thickness, and I pierced it with my needle a few times.
It probably broke your needle.
Yeah, it didn't do so good, and now my machine's running kind of silly. And look
Yeah,
at
you
this.
really-
I'm a pro.
It's
It's easy,
it's easy, and it's funny because I don't really use a stitch regulator on my domestic,
right?
but on this thing, it's spoiled me rotten.
Having the regulation,
The double regulation.
right. And that's why it wasn't moving, is because the regulator was waiting for me to do something. Oh, and that's gonna keep up with my pace too. Yeah, see, and I was doing it on my long arm. I've got to get into some ruler work for my long arm because it just looks so bad the way I was doing it.
Why does it look so
It
bad?
looks so bad because I wasn't using a Quilter Select ruler.
Oh no, come on! I mean, seriously, what was the problem?
Well, okay, so, and the folks at home will verify, and you'll see the comments coming in. Originally, there's two bad quilts, so it's not just one bad quilt, it's two bad quilts, and let's back up. It's Rob decided and told everybody that I've got this beautiful long arm in my home that basically holds piles of paperwork, cutouts. The cat likes to sit on it, so I'm not using it, right, for sewing and quilting. And so I kind of said, I'm going to do that this year. That's partly what this Free Motion Fridays is about. So the first quilt I was quilting on it, I chose to use black thread, and it was just way too much contrast. And I was actually talking to my friend Charisma on the way up, and we were talking about the wrong color threads can really throw a project off. And so that was what happened on that project. So it wasn't that it was terrible quilting. It's that all of the bad quilting was accentuated by the high contrast black thread on orange fabric, right? It just looked terrible.
Sounds horrible. I'm
It's
sorry. It
awful.
sounds
It's
horrible.
awful. And then the next quilt, I matched all my threads, and that went okay. But I was trying to do straight line work in areas, but I wasn't using any sort of ruler.
And it can get.
And then I wasn't stopping, and I was bumping over stuff, and then it's just obvious that it was just sloppy. And then a couple spots I tried to use rulers, and it was okay. And so it doesn't have that beautiful, like, organic look to it. It looks, you know what it looks like, Alex? It looks rushed. That's what it was. It just looks rushed.
Yeah, but I don't even know. Okay, even if you use a walking foot, it's still tough to get it nice and neat and tidy. It just is, you know?
Yeah, and on the long arm, everything moves so, because this is like a frame and everything, and the movement and the glide, and I just overshoot constantly. And so what I've been learning a little bit is, you know, trying to slow down the motion, slow down the speed and everything on the machine, using the regulation, not trying to go on such big passes on the machine.
You know, that's interesting you say speed too, because over here's the speed control.
Right, and you're way down.
Oh, I'm way down. And actually, you want to know who I learned that from? Is David Taylor.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he said, man, just slow it down. Just because you're on a machine doesn't mean you're lickety split.
Right.
Your hair's really cute, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, you were talking about the process of getting into our better years or whatnot, and I've noticed I'm getting extra blonde on one side.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Right.
It's
So-
perfect.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you want to show off it? Can we show a little more? Do you want to
What?
pop around in here?
I could care less.
Let's see. So we've got some great followers. I'm going to take this from you real quick.
Now,
See
I
if
have
they've
a
got
question
questions.
for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see that someone goes, darn, I came late. Now, can they go back and watch this on
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yes, this
Okay.
is on YouTube, and we're only on YouTube today. Sometimes we're on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Right now, I can't even see the comments.
So once in a while, they'll poke up over
Okay, yeah, I was trying to touch another button and technology-wise, but I love going live. And on this road trip, so you are day one of the road trip. And we're going to be teaching a quilt. Those of you who are just tuning in, 1,500 miles, and we're going to make a beautiful quilt heading up the road, teaching all the way.
And so where are you going? How high?
I'm going to get as far north as almost the Canadian border and then start heading east from there. So, yeah, I don't want to say too much today because I want to make sure people follow along. And the only thing I will say is I'm looking like it might be raining the next few days as I'm driving. That's okay. We've got foul weather gear as well, so. Yeah, we'll be all right.
Gotcha.
We've got everything out in that
Gotcha.
car. So yeah, I got to look around in here a little bit. It's been a while since I've been here, but we've got, well, actually one of the best parts is right here, right?
Oh, yeah. So,
Outside.
so let me show people what the deal was. So we're gonna do
Yeah.
the studio tour right now?
Well, I'm going to do an official studio tour for everybody where you can just how about one highlight, and then it is Friday night. Some of these folks probably, are trying to make dinner and that kind of stuff, but I hate to miss this opportunity of having you live on camera.
Okay.
But so like one highlight, or you want to do a quilt show around the house?
I would be happy to do that because we collect other people's.
I know you do. You've got, and I let's go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, folks, we're going to do a full official studio tour, but let's go do a quick studio show and tell around Alex and John's home.
Okay, so we're gonna start with this one by Tanya Rapuccio. This was actually out at the Alden Lane show. This little guy wasn't mounted, and I'm like going, I need you. I need you so badly. I can't stand it. She gave it to me.
Oh my goodness.
And so this is what I do when I've got a little piece, but it doesn't have, if it's by itself, it just doesn't, to me, show as well. So I just went to the craft store, whatever, and got a frame.
Okay, and did you paint it black?
And then just sewed the thing on.
Right. Okay, stitched all the way down.
Yeah, so that's a really, if you're gonna give a present to somebody, it's a really nice way to present it, so it becomes something more special. I learned that in college.
Well, that black border really makes it pop too.
yeah.
I use
Yeah,
black
yeah.
on so many of my projects as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so.
I will follow you.
Okay, here we have some things. This is just the design wall for other things. Do you know who made those? I already said her name.
Is it she?
Sujata.
So this is Sujata, right?
Yeah.
Right. I embarrassed myself earlier. Now I'm going to embarrass myself live on. Look at these stitches.
I know. So she teaches online. She is a wonderful teacher. She is Indian. She has been in the States for, 30 years or something. And when you take a class from her, she just infuses India into your being, okay? And then this is a little thing that Diana McClellan, we're in a mini group. She made me that, and that was a gift. I love it. Stay here, I'm gonna show you something else.
Okay.
Over here. Because everywhere I look here.
Tell me when I'm supposed to turn around.
Why is it, come on over here,
Okay.
because this is not coming up. I have it glued down. This is Yvonne Porcella, the late Yvonne.
Right.
We were at her house doing a legend show, and I just had to have something by her. I mean,
Right.
at that point she had cancer, and so this is Yvonne's, and it kind of got me started on my faces journey.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I wonder if folks understand like the true value of this quilt show we are seeing. Right. I mean, this is. Well, because I kind of know where we're heading, but.
Whoa, no,
no,
you don't.
I don't know where we're heading.
The king is not out yet.
Oh, okay.
The king is usually hanging. But
Right.
I gotta have John go find it, actually. All right.
Is that the eagle?
Huh?
The eagle?
Where?
The king.
The king.
Yeah. I want to know what the king quilt is now.
When,
Yeah, right.
when I was sick, my mini group, they all made me these
Sure.
these little hearts,
Sure.
and they're just. And when I got it, it was in a box, and I would take one out, and I would look at it and love on it, and then go to the next one. And I'll tell you, when you go through something like this, there's nothing like support.
Right? Right?
Okay, then in here, these are mine. These are just.
Okay. Is that any better out there? I think our microphones died. It's just as a technology
Is
day.
yours? Is mine dead too?
Yeah, my light wasn't on and I unplugged. Okay, so now we're okay. Now they can hear better. Lost
Okay.
audio, good.
Okay.
Oh, you know what, Alex? I'm gonna run out of power here soon. We are on low battery mode.
So,
We're gonna go quickly through our
Okay,
quilt show.
so
That's
real
well, I don't
quick.
wanna rush you. I mean, your quilts.
Yeah. Hey,
But-
John, get out, this, my friends, is one of Sheila Frampton Cooper's earliest quilts. And we bought it at Road to California. Love, love, love.
I
Straight line quilting.
absolutely love this quilt.
Yep.
Absolutely. The colors are amazing.
Katie Pasquini. Mm-hmm. Katie Pasquini. We were doing a legend show at her place, and there we go. Are you finding it, John? It's in a tube. But before we get to it, this in here, up here, is Sue Nichols and Pat Hawley.
Oh,
And this was for
wow.
an
Look at the
auction for
thread
Libby.
work in that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. Could I have seen this as part of that whole inspired by Libby? I was part of that. That's when I did
Well,
color
yeah.
strata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when and I had to have it. I mean, I would have knocked somebody out at the knees.
Now, is it made on
It's
Dupionis?
silk,
Silks?
yeah.
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 Look
have
at
it, John?
that. Look at that.
Okay. Come on
Bum,
around
ba,
over
ba. Oh, here, I'm not going to do the reveal yet.
here. Okay, get over here.
Okay.
And he's running out of battery. But
That's why, because
this
Mr.
is
Technology is not ready. This is the.
David Taylor, Sally at the window. And this started the whole thing of buying quilts and supporting your local artists.
Right. Look at that
Isn't that
quilt. Look
beautiful?
at that stitching.
You know, John, you can leave it out and we'll trade it out for mine. It's time for it to come out and hang again. His work is just
He's
get out of
incredible.
town.
Yeah.
I love the bricks, the bottom.
That's exactly where I was filming, John. You're right.
And you know
Yeah.
what's interesting is that it's pieced as well as appliqued,
Yeah.
which I didn't realize that till he told me that. I know, it's beautiful. I mean, look at that. His work's
Right. Impeccable.
crazy.
Just impeccable. And you know, Alex, how many quilters do you think you have interviewed in your legacy as a quilt artist and educator?
Probably about 1,500.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think?
Yeah. I mean,
I
just
don't know, maybe 2,000. I don't know. But what a lucky gal I am.
lucky gal you are.
Yeah.
And what a lucky guy I am to get to come and hang out.
So I say we charge the battery and then figure out what we're gonna do for phase 2.
Okay, sounds good. All
Thank
right,
you,
let's do it.
everybody.
I'm gonna sign off, everybody, and I'm just gonna come around here real quick so that I can do this. And we are wishing you all a fantastic weekend. Remember to stay well, get yourselves checked, right? right. We love you all. We'll see you real soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now I gotta figure out how to turn this thing off because I hit the wrong button earlier. There we go.
Why is it so